We all know that we're glad that the megalodon shark is extinct. I know I am. I wouldn't go in the water if this thing was still swimming around. But what if I told you that 360 million years ago there was a more formidable predator, and it was one of the first biggest predators the Earth has ever seen? This here is a primitive jawed vertebrate that has one of the most basic functions of a jaw to ever evolve. This is a Dunkleoseus. They would have grown to about 20 feet long, and they were very armor plated, and these teeth, they would have done damage. Now, the function of these armor plates are really that simple. They were there to protect the animal from other, probably most likely other Dunkleoseus, because once they grew to their adult sexual maturity, they would have had no competition in the food chain except from other Dunkleoseus, so they would have been cannibals. They're not really as big as a great white shark, but those teeth, when coming together, would have ground upon each other just like head shears, being able to strip the flesh or even crush the shells of animates and other cephalopod family. There's only 3 known Dunkleoseus members of their species. The most common one that we know is, of course, this middle one. The model that I hold here is actually quite not that representative of a Dunkleoseus, because they show that the bony plates are above the skin. This would not have, given any advantage to the animal. This is probably, as in this picture, covered with a thick layer of skin and scales. This would add furthermore protection to the already large head that they have. And the only other competition that they would have had in their time 360 million years ago were here some of the first ever more primitive looking sharks, and obviously bigger Dunkleoseus. The big fish went extinct when their prey started to move on land, when they were losing their food items in the water, and when there was a great big extinction event at the end of Permian. They just fell off the fossil records. Now, these fish I find absolutely amazing. You won't be able to find a fish like it today, let's put it that way. The fact that this is one of the most primitive animals to be found, and we probably share one of the most common ancestors, which was the first ever jawed fish, but the Earth gave us its first true predator in the form of an armoured Dunkleoseus.